Ever glanced around your living space and realized how many possessions serve no real purpose? Those impulse buys gathering dust, clothes untouched for seasons, items that just occupy room without adding value. Consider, by contrast, the Japanese minimalist approach. Well-organized homes, only essential furnishings, and environments characterized by lightness and tranquility. But there is something most people miss about this lifestyle choice. The simplicity isn't merely decorative. These individuals develop tiny daily practices that completely transform their lifestyle, thought patterns, and even financial management. The more streamlined their existence becomes, the greater their prosperity grows. Not because they're afraid to spend money, but because they make more thoughtful purchasing decisions. Small daily choices, when consistently applied over time, revolutionize everything. In Japan, minimalism extends far beyond home organization or decluttering. It is a philosophy that teaches focus on minor habits, those barely noticeable details that can ultimately shape your journey toward genuine wealth. And I am referring to more than just material abundance. I mean a fulfilling existence with clear purpose and equilibrium. Today, I want to share exactly how these small habits, when correctly implemented, can revolutionize your financial situation. These are practices followed by Japanese minimalists that can help you achieve greater wealth, improved control, and most importantly, enhanced freedom. Many believe that financial success requires some dramatic event, a lottery win, launching a hugely profitable business, or discovering the perfect investment opportunity. But that is not the reality for most financially secure individuals. The Japanese understand this principle better than most. They don't build wealth through extreme cost-cutting or severe deprivation. Instead, they make intelligent choices, simplify their lives to the greatest extent possible, and allow their money to work advantageously. They don't just spend less than they earn. Though this may seem obvious, the truth is that most people fail to follow this fundamental financial principle. Many individuals increase their spending immediately when their income rises, make impulsive purchases, and live paycheck to paycheck. Japanese practitioners follow one simple yet effective rule: spend less than you earn, regardless of your income level. This approach isn't simply about financial calculations. It's about mindset and self-discipline. Japanese minimalists refuse to be influenced by the temptation of unnecessary purchases. They choose deliberately, think carefully before spending, and prioritize items of genuine value. This thoughtful, intentional approach to money creates a powerful effect. Leftover funds accumulate, and eventually, financial stability develops almost naturally. One key to implementing this philosophy is practicing mindful consumption. Rather than yielding to shopping impulses, Japanese people typically consider the true necessity and value of each purchase. They evaluate whether an item will genuinely enhance their lives or simply satisfy a momentary desire. This habit prevents unnecessary expenses and maintains budget control. Another significant aspect is valuing simplicity. Rather than endlessly pursuing more material possessions, Japanese culture tends to value quality over quantity. They prefer investing in durable, high-quality items that genuinely improve daily life, rather than accumulating objects that will soon be forgotten. Japanese culture deeply values saving and future preparation. Children learn from an early age about the importance of saving money and financial planning. This fundamental financial education is essential for developing healthy money management habits throughout life. The practice of regular saving, even in small amounts, can create an enormous difference long-term. Another vital recommendation is avoiding consumer debt, such as credit cards and personal loans, which can rapidly spiral out of control. If you need to use credit, do so mindfully and strategically, ensuring you can pay the full balance by the due date to avoid high interest charges. Examine your spending patterns closely and make a conscious effort to spend less than you earn. Begin with small changes, like bringing home prepared meals instead of dining out or resisting impulse buys. Over time, these minor adjustments can dramatically improve your financial stability. By following the principle of spending less than you earn, you not only enhance your personal finances but also create a more sustainable and satisfying lifestyle. The financial security this practice provides allows for greater peace of mind and freedom, letting you focus on what truly matters. The Japanese understand that every cent is significant. What might seem inconsequential to some is viewed as a growth opportunity. Small amounts saved daily combine into something substantial over time. This perspective of valuing even minimal savings is one of the keys to building considerable wealth in the long run. The way Japanese people think about saving and growing their money isn't about giving up everything fun in life. They don't believe you need to make huge sacrifices to become financially stable. Instead, they focus on not wasting resources and treating money with respect. When you save little amounts regularly and use them wisely, they add up to something big over time. At the heart of this money approach is something called kaizen, a fancy word that simply means getting better little by little each day. When it comes to handling money, kaizen means making small, steady improvements in how you spend and save. This might look like cutting out things you don't really need, using coupons and sales when shopping, and stopping yourself from buying stuff on impulse. These tiny money-saving moves might seem small, but they make a real difference when done every day. Japanese folks are really good at thinking about the future, not just next week, but years down the road. They understand something powerful. When you save a little money consistently, it grows much bigger over time because of compound interest. That is when your money earns money, and then that new money earns even more money. Even if you can only put aside small amounts regularly, this snowball effect can build serious wealth over many years. You need patience and discipline to stick with this approach, but it's the secret to reaching bigger money goals. Understanding how money works and making smart choices about it turns those small savings into real wealth. When you transform little bits of saved money into long-term riches, you not only improve your bank account but also develop a mindset of gratitude and responsibility toward what you have. A huge part of this approach is being thoughtful about where and how you spend your cash. Rather than always choosing the cheapest option that breaks quickly, many Japanese people understand that investing in quality items is actually the smarter strategy in the long run. In Japan, people take this idea very seriously. They believe it's better to own fewer things of higher quality that last many years than lots of cheap stuff that needs replacing all the time. This focus on quality and durability helps them avoid spending money on the same items over and over, making sure every purchase is truly worth it. By buying well-made products that last, Japanese people not only save money over time but also avoid unnecessary clutter, creating homes that are more organized and practical. The Japanese belief in paying more for quality and durability comes from understanding that well-made, long-lasting products save money in the end. Even though you might spend more money up front, this initial investment pays off because you need to replace the item as often. Plus, high-quality items usually work better and bring more satisfaction, making your daily life more pleasant and enjoyable. This philosophy also encourages a more thoughtful and eco-friendly approach to buying things. When you select long-lasting products, you create less waste and reduce the environmental harm caused by constantly throwing away cheap items that break quickly. Before you buy your next item, take a moment to consider if it was truly well-made and built to last. Think about waiting a bit longer to save up for something that you need replacing soon. You'll notice how this change in thinking positively affects both your wallet and your daily life. By investing in quality and durability, we're not just cutting costs over time. We're also building a more organized and functional living space. This approach promotes more responsible and sustainable buying habits, matching the growing need for environmentally conscious practices. As time passes, you'll realize that paying more for quality items is worth every penny, giving you greater satisfaction and better performance from your purchases. But smart spending is just one piece of the puzzle. Another crucial habit for financial security is creating multiple income sources. Japanese minimalists recognize the danger of depending on just one paycheck. They look for simple yet reliable ways to earn extra money. This might be a small side business, some freelance work, or careful investments. The size doesn't really matter. What's important is having more than one way money flows into your life. This varied approach to making money is a clever strategy for building stronger financial security. Even small amounts from different sources add up to create a more solid foundation and less dependence on a single income stream. This not only gives you more control over your finances but also reduces fear about the future and the stress that comes with unexpected money problems. In Japan, it is quite normal to see people exploring various forms of additional income. This might be something as straightforward as selling homemade items, offering expert advice in their field, or putting money into stocks and real estate funds. The secret is consistency and variety. Each small income source contributes to a greater whole, providing more stability and financial flexibility. To begin developing multiple income streams, think about the talents and resources you already possess. Perhaps you have a hobby that could become a small moneymaker, like crafting, cooking, writing, or teaching others. Look into freelance opportunities related to your expertise, or explore investments that can generate passive income. The most crucial thing is to take that first step, even if it seems small. Start with something manageable that fits alongside your other responsibilities. As you build confidence and experience, you can expand and diversify your income sources even further. Creating various ways to earn money can also be a great chance to develop new skills and explore personal interests. This doesn't just increase your likelihood of financial success. It also enriches your life beyond monetary value. The fulfillment that comes from seeing your efforts produce real results can be incredibly rewarding. Another major advantage of having multiple income sources is financial resilience. If one source decreases or disappears completely, you still have others to rely on during tough times. Having several sources of income creates an additional layer of security and mental peace, enabling you to navigate economically uncertain times with greater self-assurance. Yet this pursuit of balance reaches far beyond financial matters. It encompasses how we perceive and utilize our most finite resource, time. While financial losses can be recovered, time vanishes forever once it is spent. The wisdom from Japanese culture acknowledges that genuine prosperity isn't merely about a well-stocked bank account, but about enjoying the freedom to live authentically in alignment with your personal values and definition of meaning. What purpose does constant work serve if we only use our earnings to purchase things that fail to bring lasting joy? The solution can be found in Japan's time-honored traditions of simplicity and minimalism. By cutting away excess, eliminating unnecessary expenses, and designing a streamlined lifestyle where money becomes your servant rather than your master, you develop the capacity to cherish your experiences and moments instead of becoming ensnared in the endless chase for more possessions and ever-increasing income. The Japanese perspective encourages us to approach decisions about our time and finances with careful deliberation. Before committing to any new expense or obligation, pause and reflect. Will this truly make my life better? Or am I just creating more work for myself to afford something ultimately unnecessary? This thoughtful self-examination prevents impulsive decisions and maintains your focus on what holds genuine importance in your life. Prioritizing time over money means valuing experiences and connections that provide enduring contentment and meaning. Rather than allocating resources to material items whose appeal quickly fades, Japanese culture favors investing in life-enriching activities, traveling to discover new perspectives, developing new capabilities, or creating precious memories with family and friends. This worldview also fosters a wholesome equilibrium between professional demands and personal fulfillment. Constant work may lead to exhaustion and dissatisfaction, regardless of financial rewards. When you elevate time as your priority, you create space for self-care, relaxation, and enjoyment. This not only enhances your overall quality of life but often improves your professional performance through increased creativity and productivity when you do engage in work. To integrate this philosophy into your daily existence, start by conducting an honest assessment of your current time and spending patterns. Identify opportunities to reduce complications and simplify routines. Challenge each expense with the question of whether it truly enriches your life or merely consumes resources without providing meaningful satisfaction. Establishing clear priorities represents another crucial step in this journey. Reflect deeply on what matters most to you personally. What core values guide your decisions? What meaningful goals do you want to achieve? Let these answers guide your choices about how you spend both your time and money. When your actions harmonize with your authentic priorities, you naturally create a more balanced and fulfilling life experience. Before making any significant commitment or purchase, take time to contemplate its broader impact on your life, its quality and direction. Consider whether it genuinely contributes to your happiness and well-being, or if it merely serves as a distraction from what truly matters. By elevating time above money in your value system, you embrace a more intentional and conscious approach to living. You liberate yourself from the perpetual pursuit of accumulation and begin recognizing and appreciating the elements that bring authentic joy and purpose. This philosophy cultivates a more harmonious existence where time is honored as your most valuable asset and is invested in ways that genuinely enhance your life experience. The seemingly minor choices you make each day ultimately determine whether you build lasting financial security or remain caught in patterns of unrestrained consumption and financial stress. Japanese culture embodies a simple yet profound truth. Wise living isn't about avoiding all expenditure. It is about spending with intention and purpose. Having greater financial resources shouldn't translate to owning more things. Instead, it means enjoying expanded freedom to live authentically, in perfect alignment with your personal values and vision. The principles of Japanese minimalism reveal how small, consistent changes can completely transform anyone's future prospects. Embracing this mindful approach to consumption, as practiced throughout Japan, offers a reliable pathway to achieving lasting financial stability. The distinction between those who attain financial security and those who perpetually struggle with bills isn't determined by luck or circumstance. It is shaped by daily decisions. It's those small, consistent habits that, accumulated over years, create dramatically different outcomes. The ultimate goal isn't simply accumulating wealth for its own sake. Rather, it is about crafting a life where you maintain sovereignty over your choices, where your financial resources work in service to your goals and dreams, rather than dictating your options and limitations. This approach brings a profound sense of inner tranquility that extends beyond financial concerns. By creating space in both your physical environment and mental landscape, you foster clarity about what truly matters. This clarity allows you to make decisions aligned with your authentic self, free from external pressures or societal expectations. The Japanese have long understood that this balanced approach to money and possessions creates not just financial stability, but also emotional and spiritual well-being. In a world of constant noise and endless consumption opportunities, this practice of intentional simplicity serves as a powerful antidote to the stress and anxiety that often accompany financial concerns. By focusing on quality over quantity in every aspect of life, you naturally create a more sustainable and joyful existence. Now, I'm curious, which habit from this video do you plan to implement first? Comment below, I will take better care of my money, and share which aspect of this philosophy resonated most deeply with your personal situation. If you found value in these insights, please support the channel with a like and subscription. Here, we explore simplifying life and making more mindful choices across all dimensions of living. To ensure you don't miss future videos on these topics, activate notifications for the channel. And if someone in your life could benefit from reconsidering their relationship with money, please share this video with them. Remember that true wealth isn't created overnight. It is built gradually through consistent, intentional choices. The real question becomes, will you continue following familiar patterns that may not be serving you, or will you begin making more aligned decisions starting today? I look forward to connecting with you in the next video.